Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we talk about all things reality TV. Today, we are going to be recapping episode 2 of Survivor 42. I'm your host, Pharaoh. I'm doing well. Lee, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to talk about this episode. I feel like this is honestly a really good episode. My sister was in danger, but she stayed safe as she should.
And who's your
So,
sister? And who's your sister? Let the audience
Miss
know.
Marianne, Miss Marianne,
Which one,
Marianne,
Demi?
we love her. We love we
We
love
love
Marianne.
Marianne. I love
And
Day.
I love Dan.
We love Marianne. This was a great episode. I really liked this episode. We got to see a little bit of each tribe, and we finally got to see some of Taku and how that dynamic's going. So it was just a really exciting episode. And let's just hop into what happened throughout the episode and with the tribes. Let's just go into it. So we could just let's just start with the Ica Tribe because that's where we start off the episode. We started off the episode. The Ica Tribe came back from tribal council or whatever. And so we see that basically the Ica Tribe is feeling like, first of all, they're sad that Zach had to go. But when it comes to the dynamics of it all, Drea is basically immediately like, I am with Romeo and Rocksroy, and I could just go with the girls. Remember to recall your memory. Drea has a extra vote, and Drea has an amulet. So Drea was basically like, I can use my extra vote to get Swati and Tori on my side. She went to Swati and Tori. She said, look, it can be a girls thing. I have my extra vote. So when Drea walks away, Swati and Tori are talking, and Swati's like, Drea gotta go. Because if Drea can be in the middle of our tribe and she has an extra vote, she has to go. So we see the Ica tribe, and it's basically the fact that Swati and Tori are trying to get out Drea, but Drea is trying to play the middle. So we really don't know where that tribe is necessarily going to go until they go to tribal. And that's where we leave that tribe. Now, Lee, you can comment, get into Vati, whatever you need to do.
I mean, honestly, I feel like wishful thinking for Swati and Tori. Like, I just
Right.
don't think I don't think there's any way Swati and Tori are going to be able to get out Drea. Not Miss Drea.
I don't see Drea
Um,
going home. I just don't.
I just don't. Exactly. Like, not even because Drea is like some mastermind, because I don't necessarily think she's all the way there strategically. I just feel like she's in a position where you guys cannot get her out. I mean, who's going to listen to Tori? Who's going to listen to Swati, 19-year-old self? Like, I don't see anyone on that tribe being like, oh, we're gonna follow Swati's lead or we're gonna follow Tori's lead. Like, no, they don't really have any agency. I honestly feel like the Survivor edit was giving like, ooh, maybe this could happen. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
Spoiler alert: it's not gonna happen. I just don't see it for him.
I
But
agree.
I do think Drea, if she want to win, like she gotta clean it up a bit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you just don't go to these girls and give them all this information like this. Like, can we? Let's get to know each other first. Like, what's your last name? Like, how you been? Like, what school you go to? What's your mama? How's life?
That was so
No, like, hey,
mama.
how y'all doing? We'll find three, and I got this, and left.
And left and literally walked away.
And
Um,
your social security and your home address because, like, it just doesn't make any sense. So if she does get got, it's her damn fault. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I don't see it for her. I don't see it for them. I don't think they're gonna be able to do it.
I don't see it either. It seems like Swati may have pulled. She may have pulled with Roxroy a little bit, but I don't know. I will say Swati was the person who first said Zach needed to go home for the last one. She's the first person saying Drea needs to go. I just don't see it happening. I can easily see Drea getting out of that. If her Romeo and Roxroy are a thing, Drea can just be like, well, let's just keep it a thing since Swati want to vote me. If Swati go to Roxroy, Roxroy probably gonna be like, Drea and Romeo, we gotta vote Swati. And it's like, boom, it's over. I don't know. I don't know. I feel
I just don't
like
see it.
I like how Tori is taking her position. Because when Swati brought the information to her about maybe we should get out Drea, Tori wasn't like, yep, we should. Tori was like, whatever you want to do, Swati. I like that Tori knows how to sit back, take a seat back. You see, Tori's not the one walking around saying she wants Drea out. Swati is. And
Yep.
Tori's like, okay. So I like that from Tori. Roxroy and Romeo were relevant this episode. So we
And
don't,
the
we don't know
interesting
about
thing
that.
about Tori is that we saw in the first episode, Tori gonna throw a bitch under the bus. So if it
Mm-hmm.
comes down to it, and it's between her and Swati, best believe Swati is going up under that bus.
Swati gotta go. Swati gotta go. So hey, um, Vati. When it comes to the Vati tribe, Lee, you can talk about a Vati tribe if you know about a Vati tribe.
Now, I love the dynamics on the Vati tribe. I think it's going really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, Mike and Jenny, they're a duo.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle, why do you call him Danielle? Daniel and Chanel, they're a duo, and
Mm-hmm.
then Lydia and Hai, they're a duo.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, what happened is Mike found the idol, and they're
Baby.
doing the idol phrase thing again.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the twist. It's stupid. I'm sorry, Jeff
You don't like
Probst.
the idle
I
phrase
hope
to it? Jeff Probst is gonna hate you.
no, it's stupid. It's the dumbest twist ever. Why are we announcing to the entire world? Yeah, all three of us got idols. Target us into like it's just so unnecessary. But whatever. Mike he found the idol and he let Jenny know, and Mike feels loyalty to Daniel. So he also tells Daniel. So in Mike's mind, it's him, Jenny, and Daniel know about his idol. They devise a plan. Mainly Daniel devises the plan to say, hey, look, what we're not going to do, let's not say the phrase yet. We don't want anyone else to know that we have this idol. And
Mm-hmm.
that's very, very interesting because I feel like this is a sidebar. Sorry. Um, the strategy in this season is miles ahead of the strategy on 41. I remember watching 41 and being like, this doesn't feel like a Survivor season. Like, these
Mm-hmm.
people are just playing so messy. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we have that this season, but we also have some people who are really I feel like Daniel is a good example of that. He's like, I don't think he's playing like super super messy. It still seems really really clean. Like he's coming up with ideas and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he advises Mike, not to say the saying yet. We don't want anyone to know we have the idol yet. We're gonna say it when someone else says it,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is pretty smart. And he went and he told his home skillet Miss Chanel. That's his
Mm-hmm.
number one in the game. So now Chanel and Daniel know that Mike has the idol,
Mm-hmm.
and they plan on using it to their advantage. He even says we may have to take Mike out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and honestly, I see that very much happening. I don't think Mike has the strategic sense. I mean, and we saw in the next time on Survivor preview that he's like, I lost the idol. I'm pretty sure he didn't lose it. I'm pretty sure Chanel and Daniel just took it without him
Mm-hmm.
knowing because he lost it while they were trying to find it again.
Mm-hmm.
The man is not
He's not
all
all
the way
there.
all the way there.
He's not
So
all the
I
way
think
there.
they're about to share and record his ass. They're gonna steal his idol and vote his ass out. It's gonna be really simple and easy like that, honestly. Um, do you have anything to say about that?
No, I like what you said about that. On this tribe, one other thing that happened was High had a moment this episode. It's interesting that he had a moment because when they give people moments, it usually means they're important throughout the season. So they did give High a moment. This is episode 2. High got a moment about him being a vegan. And basically, he was struggling because he's out there dying and he wants to not eat meat or die. It's either eat meat or die. So basically, he was like, I don't want to die. And so I have to eat meat. And that was like a really something that he was struggling with. But the fact that they took the time to show High when he wasn't involved in any of this, I think is an indication. So watch out for High. And I said the same thing about Daniel. Episode 1, they randomly mentioned that Daniel had his pockets in everybody's hand. And it was like, why they do that? But this is why, because Daniel's running the game. Um, and I see High is doing good. This tribe has done good. This tribe has never went to tribal council. So if the tribe keep winning, like last season when the blue tribe kept winning, is this blue? Is this blue tribe?
This is green.
Green. They changed the colors. Anyways, this tribe, if this tribe keep winning, this tribe keep winning. Um,
I And
her.
no, honestly, this is like one of my favorite tribes because they have like a few of my faves. Like I love High, I love Chanel. Daniel's really growing on me, and I love me some Lydia. Okay, Lydia is an icon.
Period.
Like she said in the immunity challenge, she was like, "Both y'all bitches come here." Just like
Period.
got them that immunity win. Okay,
Mhm.
they were in dead last,
Mhm.
and Queen Lydia brought them to the win
Mhm.
because literally she was the caller. So she
Mhm.
was directing the whole shit, and she got into the win. So
Mhm.
honestly, I hope they keep winning. I really do. I want to kind of want to see all six of them make it pretty far.
Mhm.
There's a few people on the other two tribes that can go,
Him
honestly,
go.
but I really want to see all six of them make it pretty far. So I hope they do. And then also back to the high situation,
Mhm.
like Jeff Probst, like I get it, like you want to make it seem like, oh, we really got these people out here, they really fighting for their lives, yada yada.
Mhm.
Feed these damn people no rice,
No rice,
no
girl.
rice.
He wants them to
You
literally
can't give them a pot of rice. You can't give them some
no
some
rice.
minute rice. Like, I mean, a coconut maybe. Like, you could at least, if you're gonna give them the rice, at least provide them some food. They gotta go out there and eat on fish. Like, and
If
then
they
the
catch
gag,
fish.
no. But the gag is, did they not know he was a vegan? Did they not know he was a vegan coming in? I feel like they knew that
I think
shit.
they knew it and they was like, "Ooh, he's a vegan. We're gonna starve him. We're gonna make him eat food."
They,
It's giving psychotic.
Jeff Probst, I see
It's
you.
giving.
I see you, Jeff.
It's giving
I see you,
psycho.
Jeffrey. This man abandoned his
Not
moral. You
Jeffrey.
know what? He better win. Oh, if he
Per.
abandoned his morals and win,
Mhm. You gotta do what you
listen
gotta
here.
do, baby. The last tribe. This is a tribe that lost because they're losers.
Not Marianne.
Not
Not
Marianne.
Marianne.
Not Marianne.
She won
Um,
tonight. Got
the
her extra vote.
the Taku
Girl.
tribe. The Taku tribe. Um, basically, let's set up the dynamics and then let's go into the ratings. So basically, the way this tribe is set up is Jonathan is, in my opinion, at the center. He and Omar have a duo, you're the brawn, I'm the brain type of situation. They both like Lindsay. So the core is Jonathan, Omar, Lindsay. They're basically like, I don't like Mariah, I don't like Marianne, and Jackson is gone. So basically, they're like, look, I like Marianne. I feel like Marianne isn't going to be loyal, which I didn't understand. But they said they feel like Marianne isn't going to be loyal, but she's going to help the tribe win comps. They feel like Mariah is not going to help the tribe win comps, but she is going to be loyal. So the debacle is which one of them we got to vote out. I don't understand why they feel like Marianne isn't going to be loyal. I want to talk about that because I don't think it makes sense. Marianne gives to me she's going to be loyal, more loyal than everybody else. I think they see her personality is so out there and they feel like that equates to unloyal. But I don't see it. Um,
And I think also it's the dynamic as well. Like, it's just that age difference. Like Marion is
mhm,
22. A lot of them are just way older. Um, she can't really connect to them on like a really really serious level. I think Jonathan loves her so much because Jonathan is kind of like a big kid almost. You know what I
mhm,
mean? Like, so it just sucks because I do think we said it from the get go, it was a setup. You know what I mean?
right.
Um, I think it's cute that Omar and Jonathan got that kind of like what that like Stephen Fishback thing going on with his little meat shield, or like what's his name, David from Millennials Gen X with Ken, like giving very much that. I love that strategy. Like honestly, it's a really cute strategy. I love when you can see it really succeed. I feel like we haven't seen it in a while, so I'm excited to see how far it can really go.
Mhm.
Um, Other than that, this tribe is just to me.
Right.
Like honestly, like I only root for Marianne. I'm hoping Marianne can make it out alive, and that's it.
Mhm.
Period. Like
So they go to tribal. They vote out Mariah. Mariah uses her shot in the dark. It doesn't hit, and she gets voted out. She votes Marianne. Per. So going into the next, if they go to tribal again, it looks like Marianne is bad for her. It's bad for her. So hopefully they can win tribal. But let's get into these ratings. Let's go ahead and pop into these ratings. So Lee, the first person is actually wait. We're not gonna rate Jackson. Jackson didn't really play the game. Let's go ahead and rate Mariah real quick. Mariah? Yeah, let's go ahead and rate Mariah real quick as an overall player.
I feel like Mariah is definitely not a bad player. She just got into a situation where it was like, you know, small tribe, not too many options.
Mm-hmm.
It comes down to you need numbers for, or you need either you need numbers or you need tribe strength. And most
Mm-hmm.
people go tribe strength because you got to win these early challenges, especially
Mm-hmm.
now. I mean, we saw last season. What was it?
The Green
Shannon and
Tribe.
them tried got
Mm-hmm.
down to two people.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're definitely going to, you know, starve these people out. Like
Mhm.
they're gonna have someone. I could definitely see them going all the way down to like when there's one person in the job if they have to. So
Mhm.
I think that's kind of the goal they're going with the shortened season. So I just feel like she just couldn't get it. She just, she was an older person. She really just, she naturally wasn't going to perform well in those challenges.
Mhm.
I think Survivor, especially now, they're doing their best to even out the tribes.
Mhm.
Like they have at least one of each archetype on each tribe, if you noticed.
Mhm.
But she just wasn't one of those people who could fit into the major group, and that
Mhm.
sucks for her. She came out there. She had a really emotional story. Her husband was one of the first people to die of the COVID
Mhm.
um, virus. So I did want to see her because she kept saying how like she came out there to find something. I wish I could see what that something was. It sucks
Yeah.
that we didn't get to see that actually play out.
Yeah.
I don't think that she was a terrible player. She just like she had a pretty decent game sense. So I'll give her a 3, only because I feel like in most situations she probably does go out early because she can't provide for the tribe.
Mhm.
Survivor tends to go back set kind of I don't know. It gives very 1920s thinking, like, oh, well, we need the strongest people to keep it going,
Yeah.
But
I agree. I'm gonna give her a 3 also, because I feel like she's always gonna be a little bit not able to provide or not able to be the challenge beast of the comp. She also just didn't fit in with them, which was interesting. I genuinely didn't think that they would choose like Marianne in terms of fitting in, because when Jonathan was talking about who he likes, he said, "I like Marianne a little bit more than Mariah." Just
mm-hmm.
naturally. So her not being able to fit in is also like, ooh, if you can't even fit in and you can't provide, it's a 3, baby. So I gotta give her a 3. Now we can get into the people actually still here. No shade. Jonathan is who we're gonna start off with. What you think of Jonathan?
So I feel like Jonathan, I mean, he has a path because no one's going to vote him out. Now that Mariah is taken out of the game, that core of Jonathan, Lindsay, and Omar, they run this tribe. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. And I do think when it comes down to it, Jonathan chooses Omar over Lindsay. So if they keep losing, probably going to be them two who goes into
Mm-hmm.
merge. You know what I mean? So I do think he's getting at least until jury, but it comes down to, if Omar is definitely going to be his brain. He doesn't really have one. Sorry, I
Mm-hmm.
hate to say it, like no shade.
Mm-hmm.
Omar's going to be his brain. If Omar isn't able to take control when jury hits, then Johnny's going to be in a terrible position.
Mm-hmm.
His good thing going from him, he's probably going to be a beast in those individual immunities. But as soon as he doesn't win, I could definitely see him getting cut. And even if not, he go all the way to the end. I can see it being situations like, well, he didn't do anything to really get here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But win challenges. Sometimes people give credit to that. Sometimes people don't.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on what they're seeing. But as of right now, I am gonna give him. I'll give him a 6 because of positioning.
Okay. Interesting.
But when it comes to gameplay, it's definitely lower. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to give him a low score yet because he's doing well in his tribe, and that's good for something.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets submerged, it'll definitely go lower if the gameplay tends to be where it's at right now.
Mm-hmm. I think I don't think he has. I like him. I like his positioning. I think he's in probably the best position because I think he has Lindsay more than Omar has Lindsay. I
Mm,
don't think he is gonna be a gamer, but he has some type of intelligence because he knew he needed Omar. So the fact that he knew he needed a brain, that sounds horrible, but the fact that he knew he needed a brain, I think it was smart, just not like game or strategically smart. It was just kind of like,
mm-hmm.
common sense smart a little bit. So it's giving, he's not going to necessarily be, the strategist or the person who does a lot. I can see him being targeted if they merge, but we're not at merge. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a 6 2. He's in a good position. I think he did the ABCs of Survivor, and that's a 6, to be honest. Lindsay, we didn't get too much from Lindsay. We know Lindsay has a amulet. Lindsay hasn't told nobody about that amulet. We forgot she
Mm.
had. Damn, well, I almost forgot she
Yeah.
had one.
Me
Um,
too. What does it do again?
Amulets is if it's 3 in the game, it's an extra vote. If it's 2 in the game, it's a still a vote. If it's 1 in the game, it's an idle. They're all 3 still in the game. So Lindsay does have an amulet. She's in a average position. If Marianne goes home and they lose again, Lindsay's out. Ooh, Lindsay has extra vote. That's
Marianne?
interesting.
Marianne has extra vote as well.
Marianne also has an extra vote, but I don't think Lindsay will work with Marianne. I think she would just be like, ah. But we don't know. We didn't get much from Lindsay, so it's kind of hard with Lindsay. I like her. I like her. I feel like she's just average in position. I feel like she's average when it comes to connecting people. It's not like she has a great connection with Omar from what we've seen. It's just Jonathan, but she's with them as a group. So that's good. She has an amulet, so that's okay. But if they lose twice, it might just be her. So it's hard for me to. I don't know. She's not doing much, and we haven't seen much. I'm gonna just give her. Excuse me. You know what? I'll just give her a 5. I'll give her a 5 because it's not given that they're gonna lose 2 in a row, and I'm gonna just give her a 5. I feel like that's fair. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Mhm.
She has options. I don't need.
She definitely have options. I definitely see everything you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I do think she is in a good position for now.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, I mean, okay, let's say it goes how everyone thinks it's going. Next week, Marianne loses, and I mean they lose again. Marianne goes.
Mm-hmm.
The week after that, she likely goes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like she's in a good position now, but is she in a good position?
Mm-mm.
Not really. So honestly, I'm also gonna give her that 5 because unless we start seeing that she has a close relationship with both these boys and she can come in between that,
Mm-hmm.
she can't go higher than that because when
Mm-hmm.
they get down to it, she's gonna go home. Now that extra vote can be interesting if played right, but when she played it right, you
Mm-hmm.
saw in this episode, Jonathan has no problem lying straight to bitches' faces. Like,
Yep.
I promise you, I am not like he'll probably say it to
Mm-hmm.
her all day long, and guess what? Bye. You know what I mean? I
Yep.
mean, we see it happen all the time. People are not really using these advantages correctly, and I think it's because I don't know if Survivor fully thought that out. Like, it's really hard to predict what's going on, especially when you shorten a season like this. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you expect a person that they're going home within a day of
I
conversation.
know.
It's like these advantages are kind of hard to use, and you get something like the amulet, but the amulet doesn't even really doesn't mean anything
Mm-hmm.
yet, really. So it's like it
Mm-hmm.
depends. I don't know, but like I don't really see her being able to go far if they do keep losing. So I'm gonna give her the 5.
Okay. Um, Marianne. Ugh. Um, it's not good for Marianne. It's actually bad for Marianne. Um, Marianne has an extra vote, but baby, that's not enough. She's in the booty hole position of this tribe. If this tribe loses, she's out. This tribe has already lost before. They can lose again, and she's out unless she finds an idol. One thing about Marianne, she probably gonna look for an idol. I'll give her that. Um, she hasn't done it yet. Um,
But even if she looked for it, everyone would have to say their phrases next episode. Like,
oh,
cause
I
it's
forgot it was
the
that type of
same.
item.
Like it's
Um,
like which I think is so stupid.
Thank
It
you for
takes
reminding me of that. It's not good for Marianne at all. Marianne is probably on the brink of going home. Her tribe will have to win or she's going home. That's not good. I don't think she has any ability to socially climb her way up. I don't think she has any ability to convince Lindsay, oh, you're going home after me. If anything, the best thing for Marianne is if Lindsay goes to Marianne and is like, oop, we gotta get these boys out. It's a duo. That's the best case scenario. And is that gonna happen? And if it does happen, is Lindsay doing it? I don't see Marianne being the one to do it. Marianne might do it, but I gotta give her a 2. And really, that's high. Might be. Love her though. Now this
I
Lee
just don't want. I
Stan.
just don't want to give her a 2. I can't give my sister a
You gotta give us
2.
2. We do have decimals.
I'm gonna give her a 3. I'm gonna give her
A
a
3?
3. Yes, because I don't think I do think if it was a bigger tribe. Like a lot of this comes down to it just being a really small tribe, and they're trying to do let's keep the tribe strong type situation. Like
Mm-hmm.
we said, we kind of set her up like 'cause like she really didn't have anyone she could really. I don't think she could really mesh well with on this tribe. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's a terrible player. I think you know, she has a good game sense. I feel like to a certain extent. I mean, she seems like she could be more aware than most players. And I don't think she's necessarily going home because of her. I think she's going home because if she does go home, it's because, well, they are first of all they lost someone because they got removed,
Mm-hmm.
and they just keep losing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can't really blame her for the position she's in. So I'm gonna give her a 3. I love her so much, so I hope they keep winning. I hope they keep winning. But like that's the dumb thing because why are we like the whole idol phrase thing is so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like just go back to what an idol is. You find an idol, you can use it. We don't. I don't like. I
Maybe
think
it's
the
just
idol
this.
thing.
Maybe this the last season they do it.
No, because the idol thing started getting stupid when they started hiding the clues at the challenges. All of that was
They did do
unnecessary.
that.
The best thing about the idol is when a player is down and out, they get in them woods, they find the idol, and they stay. Imagine Marianne looks, she finds an idol.
And it says you must say a phrase, and everybody else must say a phrase. So if someone from Ica doesn't find the idol, it doesn't even matter because you can't do it until somebody from Ica finds the
And then
idol.
bloop, she goes home and someone else has to find the phrase. It's just who was in the boys' room? Put me in the writers' room, Jeff. If you find this video, put me in the writers' room. I have ideas for you. Can you send me your email? Okay, the socials is at the bottom. I have some ideas for you, Jeffrey Popes. Okay, listen to me. Like I just need a cute check, and I got you. I got you.
What you think of Omar?
So Omar is running it. Omar is
Her.
running it. Like honestly, it's so interesting, right? Because you have two of these kind of like underdog nerdy archetypes kind of running their tribes, Daniel on Vati and Taku on Omar on Taku.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of giving me that Shan and Evie tease, like, oh, they're both running their tribe. I can't wait to see them both on merge. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of want that. I kind of want to see that interaction. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, imagine if Daniel, Chanel, and Jonathan and Omar team. I don't know.
It's
Like,
a lot of power players because you got to also remember Romeo. He's going to merge. Tori might be at merge. We don't know who. And if it's not Romeo and Tori, it might be Drea at merge. This is a lot of strong.
and that's the thing. Like honestly, last season Lulu didn't have any really like
The
strong
it
players. They
girl.
just didn't.
They didn't have
The
an it
only
girl.
two on the Green Tribe, I can't remember the fucking name now, was Shan and Ricard, and then
Me neither. Ooh,
Ua, Ua. And
mm-hmm.
then Yasa, it was really just Evie. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I feel like that was leading their strategy. No one else really was leading their
Mm-hmm.
strategy. So it's like they have a lot of power players going to merge.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is gonna have a lot. If
Mm-hmm.
Drea, Tori, and I feel like Jonathan Omar and maybe High,
Mm-hmm.
Chanel, Daniel, that all you
That's
could
a
go to merge
lot
together,
of
it could be an
people.
insane merge.
It
And I feel
could.
like Omar is definitely gonna get far. Omar is definitely he's definitely going to be the last. Like, if this tribe keeps losing, he's going to be one of the last two.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could go really, really far. It's just going to come down to how is he going to end up when that merge hit? Does he become at the top of the tribe
Mm-hmm.
like Shannon Ricard, or does he become at the bottom like Evie and the rest of Yasa?
Mm-hmm.
It just depends. So right now, I'm gonna give him that 8. He deserves an 8.
Woo!
I think he does. I think he has a firm grip on his tribe and he's not losing it. What? I'm ranking based off of what is happening on the tribe dynamic right now. He's in the best position and he's not going home for at least what, 3 more rounds. That's 3 more losses.
Hello. I. I whew. Hey, I'm gonna give him a 6.5.
What?
I feel like this is how I feel. I do think he's in a great position. I think he's the brains, but the way the edit put it is that Jonathan found Omar. If it was Omar was like, I'm gonna use Jonathan, I'm gonna bring Jonathan, I would be more it would probably be closer to an 8. I just think the way I perceived it, I could be perceiving it wrong or they could have edited it weird. I kind of perceived it like, does Omar have that or is Omar passive? It seemed a little passive to me, and a passive player in Survivor ain't the it girl. It seemed like Jonathan was like, I got Omar and I got Lindsay. It didn't seem like Omar had Jonathan and Lindsay. If Omar had Jonathan and Lindsay, it's an 8. Jonathan had Omar and Lindsay. In my mind, I do think Omar is the brains. I do think Omar is smart and strategic. I think Omar is gonna do very well. I just think he might be a little bit not aggressive enough for me to rate him too high. But it's a 6.5 for me. which is close to a 7. So it's not that bad. But if the next episode or whatever, I see him being the more leader-ish in that trio, I'll change my mind. But until then, I'm keeping it there.
I definitely see your point because I feel like Jonathan was the one mainly narrating in the diary rooms, but I think that is coming down to a lot of the editing.
Editing.
Because I feel like from listening to Jonathan, like just regularly in conversation with people, and then also in the diary rooms, well, confessional, whatever, like it just doesn't seem like he has any strong game sense.
I agree.
So it's just that like I don't think there's no way that he's controlling this.
I agree.
That's
I
all.
don't think he's controlling it, and I don't think he has a strong game sense. I just think it was. I think it's. How do I try to get an example of this? I don't know how to give an example, but I think it's more like he's at the center. He's just not in control. I think he's at the center, and Omar is his brains, and Omar can control other people. But I just feel like Jonathan has centered the tribe around himself. I don't think Omar centered the tribe around himself, which is the only difference. I don't think it's a horrible thing. I just don't see Omar as the center of the tribe. I see Jonathan as the center of the tribe with Omar controlling Jonathan. And I think it'd be better if Omar was the center, period. And he was controlling Jonathan. That's the only difference. But that's okay because Omar still got the highest score for this tribe, then Jonathan, then Lindsay, and then Marianne's at the bottom. So it's looking like next week, if they lose, my girl gotta go.
She's not going home. They're not losing, or she's not going home. Either one is happening, but she's not going home. Marianne is making jury. I'm saying it here first. I'll bet.
What you gonna bet?
I'll bet.
Your bottom dollar?
My bottom dollar. I bet your bottom dollar that Miss Marianne is at least making it to merge. I put it on my life. I put it on my family. And that's on.
And that's on her. Okay, child. Let's look at our drafts. That we're done.
Where I'm winning.
Where you are winning because I lost Zach and I lost what's his girl name? Mariah. You only lost Jackson, and Jackson didn't even get voted off. But what I will say is you got Marianne who's gonna go, you got Mike who's gonna go. So Swati probably gonna go too.
I'm not winning, huh?
I don't think you got the winner. I do not think you have the winner at all.
I'm not winning.
When I look at my tribe, I see Chanel a winner, Hai a winner, Romeo a winner, Daniel a winner, Omar a winner, and it's Jenny. My only dud is Jenny and Lydia, but Lydia can. Jenny could.
Don't call my sister not no. Hold on.
Oh, so Lydia's a winner too. Let's just talk about how I'm about to win.
Dud.
What was you doing in these drafts?
Wait. I'm leading you in our draft ranking. 17.
I'll let you get those.
Hold on, let me check really quickly.
Give me a
second. One moment, please. We're at 17 to 10 right now. I'm gonna win BB Canada, so it's gonna be 18 to 10. BB Can. So I guess 18 to 11 when you win this. I mean, that's not really
right. Anyways, when I win this BB Can, BB24, Survivor 43, and the Challenge CBS, then come at me. Anyways.
Sure, wishful thinking. You're a dreamer. You dream a lot in your sleep.
I do? Do I?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Right. So, that was all. Join us next time, next week, same time, same day, or whatever. We're going to be reviewing, what is this? Survivor 42, episode 3. Also, if you are into Big Brother, we also are covering Big Brother Canada 10. BB Can. Make sure you follow us on our social medias at T Reality Kingdom on Instagram and on Twitter. With that being said, we out. Lee say bye.
Bye.